What is up, people? T Wolves 2016 here, and it has been a while since I've uploaded a video, and I'm sorry about that. I've had a lot of stuff going on, both personally and with school, um, and so because of that, I just haven't had a lot of time to upload videos or really make this channel a priority for me. But I figured that's what I'd do now. This video is just basically going to be me giving you guys an update of what's going on in my life, how things are going, and what to expect going forward. Obviously, there's not a lot of NHL stuff to talk about right now since the season is currently suspended due to the COVID 19. I am in Kentucky, in which we have Andy Bershier doing a phenomenal job giving daily updates on COVID 19 in Kentucky, as well as giving people constant reasons to feel, you know, reasons why they should feel safe. Excuse me, it's like almost midnight while I'm recording this, but I figured I wanted to talk about this just because I did a video presentation earlier, and talking to a camera just about stuff that I don't want to talk about reminded me why I started this channel. So, for those of you who don't know, and if you don't know, it's just because I've uploaded a lot of videos and not a lot of them get a lot of views, and that's perfectly fine. I don't necessarily do this for the views. I do this because, like I've said in videos prior, I do this because I enjoy talking about hockey, and I wanted to funnel that passion into something that I could do for fun. I don't have a lot of friends who I can just talk with sports. I can talk with just about sports, much less about hockey. And so I created the channel as just a way of basically talking to someone, even if I'm just talking to a computer screen. You guys, can kind of talk back a little bit and kind of comment on my videos, and just we can talk about hockey, about any other sport. That being said, I really miss hockey. I've been downloading the old NHL games. I currently have NHL 17 downloaded. I'm playing the World Cup of Hockey again. I just really enjoy that mode. I'm rebuilding the Chicago Blackhawks on franchise mode there. As you can see, I kind of have my Hawks jerseys just over here. Obviously, we got Panarin right here, Taves right here, and if that over there, I'm trying to get my finger right. Sorry. The one way over there is Patrick Kane. The one right here is Corey Crawford, and as you can see, that one is Duncan Keith. I hung those up earlier today actually because I just thought I'd do something. Yeah, I've been doing with the virus kind of making morale just for individual people really low. I thought I would go back to doing something that I learned a long time ago, where if you just do one small thing, make it a goal to do one small task each day, then you can feel accomplished even if you don't do a whole lot. Like I've started making my bed. Um, I've started making my bed as just kind of like one of my small things. I started doing, just small chores around the house just to kind of feel like I'm accomplishing something, even if I don't have a lot to do that day. As you can see over here, I do also collect Transformers. This is the Combiner Wars Devastator up here. This is Astro Train, one of my Astro Trains. This is one of my Shockwaves. And this, I don't remember his name. And then I have two Funko Pops back here. They are Corey Crawford and Patrick Kane. And this is my desk. Just giving you guys a good quick rundown. Either way, now to the update about my life. And I hope I can hear an update about some of your guys' life as well. I know, like I said, I only have 10 to 12 subscribers, but like I said, I do this just because I enjoy talking to people in general, and I want to just give um, just kind of talk about things. I am perfectly okay. I am not sick. I am doing really well. The quarantine's causing me to go a little bit crazy. Um, I'm wearing my Torrey Krug Boston Bruins jersey. My hockey friends I do have down here call me a closeted Bruins fan because I own a lot of Bruins jerseys, and I admit it. I do wear a lot of Bruins jerseys, but I can't really help it. I just really like the Bruins jerseys. I really like the Bruins jerseys. They look really nice. They look really clean. They are easily probably my close, if they're not at second, they're very close to second in my overall favorite jerseys, obviously behind the Hawks jerseys, because I just can't do that. Um, So just an update on my life. I recently actually want to show you two additions to my collection that I got on sale that I think is really cool. I'm going to show them off a little bit, and then I'll actually get into kind of how my life's going, updates, and what to expect from this channel. What's up, everybody? I am back, and I am here to show you the two newest jerseys to my collection. They are the Stadium Series collection. I have a um, size 46 Nathan MacKinnon jersey. I just really love MacKinnon as a player, and I mean, I don't know. I really didn't like these jerseys when they came out, but they kind of grown on me. I mean, I really like this. I think it's a really cool design. It's really unique for sure. Um, and because I like having collections, you can see the number there. I got an LA Kings one as well. Drew Doughty is on the back of this one, and see if we can get that in the picture. Yep. So either way, I kind of just wanted to show those jerseys off a little bit and just kind of, you know, I got them at a Dick's Sporting Goods sale on April 1st. My tax refund had just hit, and I was, looking at buying potentially Magic the Gathering cards because that's a card game I play, or, other things like that, maybe another Transformer. And then I saw this, did the Dick's Sporting Goods sale for the Stadium Series jerseys, and I just couldn't pass them up. I will go hang these jerseys up, and I will be right back. And I'm back. Sorry, I just want to hang those up just because I want to make sure I know where they always are, and I don't just want to leave them laying on my bed because I don't want them to get all crinkly. Admittedly, they were really hard to decide what players. I have them hanging up there, up here, not back here, obviously. It was really hard to pick the players. I really wanted a Rantanen jersey, but then I was like, I really like MacKinnon, so I decided to go ahead and get myself a MacKinnon. Either way, that little, whatever you want to call it, out of the way. I'm going to give you guys an update on my life. I'm currently a senior at Murray State University in Murray, Kentucky. We have gone online for the semester. And that's admittedly just kind of been kicking my butt a little bit. Online learning is not kind of how I do best when I'm learning. That's kind of reflected because I've kind of had, a rough time academically. And that has led to a lot of stress, which has caused me to find more time for me to constantly de-stress and not be able to just sit here and talk to you guys. Obviously, there is not a whole lot of hockey news going on. I know the hockey guy does news of the day, and he's doing a great job at that, and I always enjoy watching those. It's just, I don't really feel like there's a whole lot going on. I also don't really feel like I definitely don't have the following he does, so I don't necessarily feel like I have the obligation to get videos out as frequently as he does. As you guys can probably see throughout the video, I kind of am growing up a little bit of facial hair. It's going a little stir crazy. On top of everything else, my razor breaks. And you know what Walmart doesn't have where I'm at? More razors. Which is really unfortunate. But I mean, it's whatever. I'm gonna grow facial hair. You guys are gonna be really the first large group of people to ever see my facial hair. And at Walmart, they make us wear masks anyway, so it's not like anyone can see that I'm growing very patchy, excuse me, poor facial hair. So my current graduation date is currently set for December of 2020, but it may have to get pushed back to May 2021. That being said, with the semester kind of winding down, and there being a little bit of a gap between the end of my semester and the start of my summer classes that I'm going to be taking, I'm going to try to upload a few more videos, probably just talking about where the NHL is right now, what I think the NHL should do, and just kind of, other stuff like that. That's my plan, at least for right now. I do also, my lease at my apartment is up in at the end of next month, so I'm going to obviously be putting a lot of effort into finding a new place to live, or finding a new roommate to come live here with me. It's a very nice apartment. I do like it very much, but it is a little bit on the pricier end of apartments as they go. Excuse me. They're a little bit pricier on the pricier end of apartments as they come in Murray, Kentucky. But that being said, I've been doing really well. Like I said classes have been kind of kicking my butt, but I've been doing really well mentally. This virus is just causing things to be a little bit kind of slow and a little bit dull. But I've just found a lot of fun in just watching old hockey videos. I've watched the the 2015 Stanley Cup parade multiple times. I've watched the Road to the Stanley Cup video that the Hawks released plenty of times. I've found a lot of old movies and videos. Ugh. I apologize for that. I found a lot of old movies and videos, and so I just kind of been doing all that. The last thing I want to touch on is kind of something I touched on like not too long ago, was just what do I think the NHL is going to go do from here, and what do I think about this? I think the likelihood that we have a regular season, that we finish out the regular season, is very low. Drew Doughty, the guy I have a jersey for, he kind of said it best that, you know, regardless of how you go about doing it, finishing the regular season just isn't going to seem very likely. And, you know, a Stanley Cup win is a Stanley Cup win if we do get to have... Sorry, I'm apparently really tired. I don't feel that tired, but I keep yawning. You know, they're not going to really have time based on how things are progressing. We're not really going to have time for a Stanley Cup playoffs, or not really have time to finish the regular season if we want to also have the Stanley Cup playoffs. And even if we do have a playoffs, you know, Doughty mentioned that he didn't really feel like it'd be like winning a real Stanley Cup. Now, that is a statement I can't really, you know, defend or, you know, agree with. I can't agree with, but I also can't really argue it because, I mean, obviously I'm a business major in Murray, Kentucky, and I just have a large jersey collection. That's as adamant into hockey as I get. I've never won a Stanley Cup. I have some fake rings sitting over there on top of, you know, my little game system, you know, my game system thing I have there. But I've never won a Stanley Cup, so I don't know what that feels like. I've, you know, won some, you know, I've won sports games before in my youth, but never really got much of anything else out of it. So I don't know what it's like. I think he would know. He's won two, but I don't know. I think he has a point, though, that I don't think they're going to have time to play a regular season. I don't think we're going to have time to have a regular season and then kind of transition that into the playoffs. I saw some weird things going around where they have like a 2016 playoff format. They do a bunch of play-ins, and I just... I'm sorry. But, and I don't really like that, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I'm a Hawks fan, and all the different formats they have doing that have the Hawks in the playoffs, and I'm all for that. I'm obviously like a huge Hawks fan. I have a bunch of Hawks jerseys here. I still have a bunch of jerseys in my closet, which is right over there. But either way, it's just what it is. I don't necessarily think it's what's best for hockey for it to expand to that kind of playoffs, because just imagine if a team like, let's say they expanded it to all 31 teams and they had kind of like an entry-level tournament where, you know, all the lower-ranked teams play each other, or all the top-ranked teams have to play the lower-ranked teams. It's the NHL. We've seen crazy things happen in the playoffs, and I wouldn't want to be a fan of, like, the Boston Bruins or the Tampa Bay Lightning and then get bounced in a round because, you know, someone like Buffalo or someone like New York or someone like Detroit, if they make if they went to 31 team playoffs, you know, someone like Buffalo, New York, or, you know, someone like that, if they got bounced in a round by them, they were one of the best teams in the regular season, and now they won't get to compete for a Stanley Cup championship because they got beat by a team that in the regular Stanley Cup format wouldn't be there. Now, I do understand that we are in very different times. This is a very unprecedented event, and no one saw this coming. Well, I mean, we may have seen this coming, but there's no way to act, you know, there was no way to brace for the impact this was going to have. I personally am really sad about it, not necessarily only just because I really love hockey, but my girlfriend and I had recently had our 6-month anniversary a few weeks ago. I know certain people don't really keep month anniversaries. We kind of just say happy anniversary. We occasionally get to see each other something nice, but it's not really a big deal because that's just not the kind of thing we do in our relationship. A 1 year obviously will be a big deal, but the months leading up to that really just aren't I don't see them as that significant. But for a 6 month, or they're significant because I'm obviously very happy with her. But it's not like we're gonna go out of our way to make it a huge deal or make it a huge celebration. That being said, for our 6 month anniversary, my girlfriend actually did an amazing thing, and she found an amazing deal for Preds tickets that she got 2 tickets in the lower bowl for less than $200. And if you know anything about Preds tickets, they're typically a little bit pricey, especially in the lower bowl. Nashville fans really like their hockey, so you're kind of stuck there. And I was really excited to go see them, and that was actually supposed to happen a couple weeks ago, but because the NHL paused their season, and the season's been suspended, the tickets on Ticketmaster say postponed, and until the NHL says something about it, I don't imagine she's going to get a refund for those tickets, and I do kind of feel bad because I know she was really looking forward to that. She's not as into hockey as I am, but she loves how passionate I am and how happy hockey makes me. And so she's learning hockey to just kind of be able to talk about it with me and to maybe take me to a couple games every now and again. And, I'm obviously very happy with her. I love her very much. And it sucks because we're about 45 minutes away from each other. 30 to 45, but because of quarantine rules and stay-at-home orders, we aren't allowed to see each other, and that's been really difficult throughout the time just not leaving my house has been really tough. And with the news breaking earlier today that there's a chance that this could get prolonged even into the fall semester of 2020. I don't necessarily know how I'd react to that because I don't necessarily like online classes. I don't do very well. And I mean, I did half a semester basically or if we're using actual measurements, I did 3/8 of a semester in person, and then the last 5/8 of this, the last 5/8 of this semester have been online. And I just don't learn very well online, so it's just kind of weird to me to have these online classes because it's not something I'm used to, and it's just not something I'm really good at. That being said, kind of getting back on track. So yeah, that was another reason I was really bummed about this virus shutting everything down. Obviously, the people getting sick and people passing away is horrible. And I'm just also really bummed because I know that there are a lot of people who wanted to see a lot of different hockey games that we may not actually get to watch we may not be in person for any hockey games that are played for the rest of the season. The MLB is talking about playing in Florida or playing in Arizona where it's really hot and where it's where they're waiting on kind of reports to see if the virus can survive in such high temperatures, because if they can't, then obviously they'd probably try to move the NHL, the NBA, and other sports. Well, the NBA is in their off season right now, but either way, no, they're not. The NBA is in their season. I forget that the NBA and the NHL run concurrently. I don't avidly follow the NBA, so that's just kind of how that is. Either way, this has been a little bit longer of a video than I wanted it to, but I kind of just wanted it to be an open conversation. I mean, I guess as open as it can be, and just kind of be me talking about what's going on in my life, and I was just going to see where it went. I'm obviously very blessed to have the subscribers that I do and to get the views that I do, because I don't do this for money. I'm not making any money off of any of this. I'm applying the jobs here in Murray to just kind of get some money and have some walking around money, but I don't make any money off of these. I don't have nearly enough subscribers or nearly enough views to make this into a monetary venture, and I don't entirely necessarily think I want this to be a monetary venture. Yes, it'd be really cool to get paid to just do nothing but talk about hockey, but I don't feel like I need the money incentive to want to talk to you guys and want to talk about hockey and talk about what's going on in the NHL. I'm probably going to do a video here soon within the next couple days if I can find the time between my classes and I just need a de-stressor, and I'm going to try this. I might talk about where everything is and where I think, who my favorites to win each different, each regular season trophy is if the season were to end right now. Because I think that'd be a really interesting thing. Obviously, it's all speculation at the end of the day, but that's the most we can do. I've been saying it for a while, and I really am trying to get more hockey content uploaded to YouTube, whether it be NHL 20 shootout modes, whether it be NHL 20 franchise modes, regardless of what it might be. I'm trying to get more of those recorded and uploaded so that I can start sharing these on this channel and kind of maybe transition this channel a little bit into more of a gaming channel. I play a lot of NHL. I don't really play online modes. I more or less just play the franchise modes and the other modes, and I just kind of want to, kind of transition from, just because they're two channels I watch for very often, I kind of want to transition from like a hockey guy kind of channel where it's just me, a talking head kind of deal, and I'm learning that in advertising, so I'm using vocabulary terms. Yay me, I'm learning. But either way, go from more of like a hockey guy, of like a talking head, just me sitting here in my, my rocking chair that I have because I got it for free from a friend last year. But it's me from transition it from me sitting here to me commentating, me playing games, or me having, since we obviously can't do meetups in person, if I have subscribers who play NHL games or play NBA games or play MLB games or anything like that, we can do hangouts and chats like that, and just kind of do stuff like that, because I think the one thing we can't forget in all of this craziness of this virus is that we need to be as strong as we can apart as we were when we were together. Because yes, this virus does make us have to stay at home, but that doesn't mean we're alone, and that wasn't meant to rhyme. It's just kind of how it ended up working out. I could have made that rhyme a little bit more, but I just wanted to stop it there. You are not alone in all of this. There are a bunch of people who are going through probably something very similar to what you are. If you are infected, or you've been infected, or someone who has been infected or has passed away from this virus, please accept my sincerest condolences. I really hope everyone, at least who subscribes and watches this video, is doing well and is doing okay, because I just want to make sure that everyone is doing okay. These are really rough times, and so excuse me, the most we can kind of do is just have a sense of normalcy to what we're doing, even though this is very abnormal. Just know that if you guys ever want to chat, just hit me up on my email. It's twolves2016@gmail.com. It's the name I use for this channel. Just hit me up there if you guys want to chat. I'm always open. I will probably be doing a lot of schoolwork, so if I don't get to you right away, that's perfectly fine. And I know I'm talking like I have a shit ton of subscribers, and I have 12, or 10 to 12, and like I said, I'm very, very thankful for the 10 to 12 people who decided that my content is interesting enough to, subscribe to, because I don't always like listening to myself talk, which is the last reason I started doing this channel in the first place, was to kind of get rid of my anxiety of listening to myself talk, and kind of get rid of my anxiety of talking in front of people, because I've always kind of had a stage fright of just talking in front of people, because I figured I was going to say something stupid. I occasionally have a little bit of a stutter, and I lose my train of thought. I also talk myself in circles, and I just confuse everyone. The way this has really actually helped, this channel has helped me so much with all of that, because I don't know who's going to see this video, and so it kind of helps me stay a little at ease when I know that I don't know who's going to see these videos. So I just got to do the best I can do, in my opinion, and just put it out there. And if you guys love it, then great. If you hate it, whatever. That's your opinion. You are more than entitled to have that opinion. That being said, I hope everyone has a very nice morning, evening, whenever you're watching this video, afternoon, dusk, dawn. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good day. I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay healthy. And remember that we are all together in this. We are not a bunch of individuals in all of this. We are all together. As a hockey community, we need to stand strong. That being said, like I always say, have a good day, have a good week, have a good month, have a good summer, and try to stay safe, try to stay healthy, and do whatever you can. I hope to be posting more videos and talking to you guys a little bit more, but if I can't do that, I apologize. School is my main priority right now, with being a senior and trying to graduate and get a job and all that, which once I get a job, this channel will obviously start to dumbed down a little bit, um, with the number of the amount of content's going to start minimalizing into a point of where probably it's just going to stop. And not that I've really put much content on here recently, but still. That being said, I hope you all guys, like I said many times, and like here we go, I talk myself in circles, but I hope you guys have a great one. Stay happy, stay healthy, tell someone tell someone you love that you love them today. Make sure that make sure that the people in your life know that they're not alone and that they're there for you, and that you're there for them, and because we get through this together. That being said, I think that's all I've got to say. I hope you guys have a good one and you stay safely. You stay safe and you stay safe. You stay safe and healthy. Good night.